the time I'm recording this video, it's February of 2022. So 2021 is voluntarily over, but I'm going to make this video to talk about 2021 because I feel like I'm now in a position where I can, and it's far enough away from that year that I can. It was a very traumatic year, and I'm not saying that, you know, just because it's 2022, like all of that stuff is over, but collectively that year was the worst year of my adult life. It was the worst year I could possibly imagine. And there are a lot of things that I'm going to share in this video that I have kept very, very private up until now. I have shared like snippets of it, but I've never really talked about it properly online. I didn't think that my channel and my social media presence kind of had room for the kind of really, really bad stuff. I just wanted to kind of be this presence online for people who suffer with mental illnesses, but not be like someone who was sharing the really, really bad stuff, more just kind of being there and being like, yeah, I understand. But 2021 was full of bad stuff, so I don't know. And social media is something that I actually like doing. Like I like making content, and I like planning it, and I just like sitting down and editing and stuff like that. So not being able to do that in 2021 just because there was so much bad stuff happening was really hard for me, and I feel like it made it even worse on my mental health, and it made the situation worse because I wasn't doing the thing that I actually like doing. So I figured if me coming back to social media means me sharing more of the bad stuff and more of the vulnerable stuff, but ultimately it's going to improve my mental health, then oh well, that's what it's gonna be. Okay, actually another reason why I was contemplating sharing the really, really bad stuff was because a psychiatrist accused me of faking my mental illnesses because of my social media presence, even though I don't really share the really bad stuff, and I don't share like 90% of it. So I thought that was funny, that she like accused me of faking even though I don't share most of it. This is kind of like spite. I'm doing this out of spite, so yeah. My mental health got to a point in 2021 where I wasn't getting better. In 2020, I was actively treating my mental illnesses, meaning I was improving. In 2021, because so many problems were building up and building up, I wasn't able to work through my mental illnesses. We were having to sort out issues that were arising. So I was never really at a point where I was actually treating the mental illness. I was just treating the acute problem. That was difficult because I felt like I was stuck. Not only that, is I wasn't doing anything to better myself. I wasn't studying. I was doing the same job and I wasn't improving in that job at all. And that was really hard for me because I want to continuously be growing and learning new things and becoming a better person every single day. And so to be stuck in the one position, improving very little in lots of areas of my life over a long period of time was extremely hard for me. Not only that, is I spent a lot of time in the emergency room, and I had to go to hospital a lot of times because of my mental health. That was hard because every time I went to hospital, I felt like I had failed. And I know that this isn't an accurate way of thinking, and that going to hospital was out of my control. I could do everything in my power to try and prevent it, but ultimately, if it was going to need to happen, it was going to need to happen. Like, there was nothing I could do to prevent this. So I know that that isn't my fault, and that's not something that I should feel guilty for, but I do feel guilty for it. And I feel like every time I go to hospital, it's like I'm taking a step back. Like, I want to be someone who is growing every day, and every time I go to hospital, I'm doing the opposite. I'm going backwards. And I know that isn't fact and that isn't reality, but that's how I felt every time I went to hospital. But going to hospital within itself is traumatic. Although I have met so many mental health professionals that are good at their job and have been helpful, I have met so many medical professionals that are really bad at their job and have been traumatic and have caused me a lot of harm. Because of all of these horrible experiences I've had at hospital, I have this fear of going to hospital. Like, I am terrified. I don't want to do it like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's not something I want to think about, or like, yeah, we're gonna have to move past that. Moving on to the most traumatic experience of 2021. To top it all off, as I ended up in a mental health facility. It was so bad. It was so bad. So remember at the start of the video where I talked about the psychiatrist that kind of accused me of faking because of my online presence? Yeah, psychiatrist works at this mental health facility. So when I first went into this mental health facility, I was grateful because I thought I'm finally going to get help and I'm finally going to like get somewhere and get referred to people who know how to treat my symptoms. No, that didn't happen. But I did leave with more trauma, so that was great. That experience in that mental health facility just completely spun out me. I just like lost it. Like, that was the last straw for me, and I was like, it can't get worse than this. Like, it literally cannot get worse than this. It was so bad. It was so bad. But that was a really bad, horrible experience that I don't really want to go into any more detail about because it's just traumatic and I'm still processing the trauma. However, I made some amazing friends while being in that facility, friends that I think I'm going to have for a very long time. Like, we're in a Snapchat group chat together and we like help each other, and when we're struggling we message the group chat. It's such a great like thing to have, especially because we know what it's like to be stuck in the system and be desperate for mental health care that we don't have access to just because lack of resources. I'm so grateful for the friends that I did make along 2021. I think that was the best part of 2021, was the people I met. I met my former roommate. She is amazing. Like, I love her so much. Only that, I met so many puppy dogs. Like, the house that I was living in fostered dogs, so I met so many dogs and I cared for them, and it was one of the best experiences of 2021, alongside meeting all of the humans that I did meet. And I just want to give a shout out to Charlotte. I love Charlotte so much. She is probably one of the best things that has happened to me in my whole adult life. So the fact it happened in 2021 was a blessing. Oh my god, just thinking about her gives me serotonin. Like, I love her so much. Alright, so 2021 was bad, but there were good things about it. 2022, I am manifesting that this year will be good. I'm not saying it's going to be the best year yet, I'm just saying it's going to be better than last year. I'm currently enrolled at university. For those of you who don't know, I actually had to defer because my mental health was taking over. So the fact that I am back at university and I am determined to get through this year and pass this year, like, there's no doubt in my mind that that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm really, really excited. Like, I've literally been in the university accommodation for like 2 nights and I've already met someone who is amazing and who I think I'm going to be friends with for a very long time. I'm excited for all of the new experiences I'm going to have in 2022. You know, I think in this year I am going to improve my mental health and I am going to start getting better. I'm not going to put pressure on myself to make this the best year yet. I just want it to be better than last year. I'm so happy to be moving on from 2021. Not only that, is I'm so happy that I survived. Like, I actually made it to the end of the year alive. Like, and if you're watching this, I'm so proud of you for making it to the end of the year alive. Because I know for some of us, that was hard. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. I'm so sorry if you know what I mean, actually. Oh my god. Are you okay? The short answer is no, but anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. I'm so excited for this year and I'm so excited to take you along with me because I am excited for all the videos I'm going to make and all of the content I'm going to make. This is going to be so exciting and I'm excited for how much I'm going to grow in this year and how much I'm going to be able to look back on this year on social media and see how much I've grown. I love you all and I will see you in my next video.